Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. And on today's show, we're going to be previewing the upcoming game between the Commanders and the Lions. Last year, we beat the Lions. This year, we'll see how it goes. The Lions are looking tough. Our team is beat up. A couple notes on Sunday. I'll probably be in for the second half of the game for the live stream, so join us there. Also, for our international viewers, we do have our videos coming out. If you go to the settings, go to audio track and click on your favorite language. There's five or six of them there: Spanish, French, German, Hindi, Indonesian. So if you have friends that maybe you could recommend our channel, that'd be great. Also, hit the ask button down below. The AI summarizes the video. It's hilarious. For a machine to do as good as it does, it's amazing what it does. So, all right, on with the show. BH, I'm glad you're here. Tell us what's going on for our offense against their defense.
Yeah, completely different game than that playoff game. We're kind
Yeah.
of we're kind of a bit of a different team, but this Lions team is having their own struggles. Like us, are coming off a loss.
Hmm.
Um, they so they did pretty good defensively against Minnesota against their receivers. They got some really good receivers. They didn't really pop off on them too bad and everything. The run game was where they sort of had some success.
Yep.
And so obviously for us, that's good news. Now, how well that works, I don't know, because we actually ran a crap ton
Mm.
last week. There was a lot of rushing attempts when you put it all together. So, we sound like a broken record here, but honestly, whether that's their, I wouldn't call it a weakness, but that's where you want to attack them.
Hmm.
That's good for us because with Marcus in there and our running backs, I mean, we got to hit those guys hard, because our weapons just aren't there. I mean, our best
Yeah.
weapons are Debo and Zach Ertz, and,
Yeah.
and they're doing the best they can, but that's not scaring anybody, and no one else is really. No one's come up to the forefront, and then you have Luke McCaffrey out, who wasn't scaring anyone or doing anything great, but he was at least a body, a young guy who knows the scheme, knows where to run. Well, we don't have that now. So we got more filler coming in. So it's going to be tough. Thank goodness it's at home.
Uh-huh.
I'd hate to take this there into their dome. So, but yeah, and they've, Terrion Arnold has been struggling, but he's back. He actually had an interception last year. He was a formidable corner, very good guy. He seems to have fallen a bit, and that could be due to injuries. But he's back. They have great safeties, a great middle linebacker, especially against the run. Campbell is tough. Dan,
Yeah.
he's really good. So, and then and their edge guys are great, and of course, Aiden Hutchinson came off a really. He had a bad injury last year and missed
Yeah.
a ton. We didn't see him in the playoffs, and he's been diabolical.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to account for that guy, man. He's just massive. He's got like a 92 PFF rush grade. Yeah, and if he's not sacking you, he's pressuring, he's blowing the pocket up, and or he's hitting your quarterback right as he throws. So yeah, he's a problem.
Or
So he's
causing
someone.
holding penalties.
Oh boy, I know penalties. Speaking of penalties, God, last night what was
What I call it, the penalty bowl.
Yeah, I think it finished at 21.
It
That's
was
why well that's where I stopped.
terrible.
That's where I stopped counting. I think it was 5 minutes left. I said, I'm not counting anymore. Anyway, but yeah, so Hutchinson's going to be mm, he's going to be hard to handle, and they'll move him around, and they're going to put him up against our rookie right tackle. He'll need some help. So this is going to be a challenge if we cannot establish some run, and Marcus is going to have to throw some downfield passes. He's going to have to. He's going to have to bring those safeties off. It's going to be tough. We'll have our hands full in this game. So the O line, everyone's there. This is a chance for an O line to actually make a statement because everyone else is hurt. Our wide receivers, we lost Eckler. We don't have our starting quarterback. Well, the O-line, what can they say? Everybody's there. They got who they want. All the backups are there. None of the backups are injured. So, hey, how about a game where the O-line takes over? That would be nice.
You could say that same about the tight end room and the running room, except for Eckler.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, anyway, what is RD going to do against that offense?
Well, the Lions got a juggernaut offense. They really do. They got Jared Goff back there. He's running like a 115 quarterback rating through 8 games. So he's crushing it there. Of course, they got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are the running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs is near unstoppable, especially against our run defense. It's going to be tough. They got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and who's that guy? Tesla, who doesn't really catch too many, but when he does, he's effective. So that's a lot.
Laporta there. Too. Laporta's like sometimes he's like a receiver when he's Laporta. Out. Yep, you got to account for that guy. So you're right, man. Going to have our hands full.
Laporta had like 21 something fantasy points like a week ago or so.
Yep.
Yeah, he crushed it. So yeah, he's a really their go-to guy. The only thing can be said is the same thing over and over. Just I don't know who we're going to have in the backfield. We've picked up a couple guys. What's his name? Trey Hawkins, and then Daryl Worley. Hawkins is a cornerback. Worley is a safety, and we've got supposedly Trey Amos. I think he hurt his hip. Quan with a hammy. So we'll see how much they play, and them guys got to come out. If Quan isn't doing as good, of course, we'll have to put in maybe Tyler Owens or Percy Butler. I don't mind seeing that. At least maybe those guys can tackle. As far as the cornerbacks is concerned, now with Marshawn Lattimore out, what are you going to do? So most people are calling for, and we called this like 3-4 weeks ago. Look, got to put Amos and Sanister on the outside and let Iggy or what's his name?
Jonathan Jones, maybe.
Jonathan Jones in there. So I don't know what they're going to do. Witt wouldn't say anything. Coach Witt wouldn't say anything about what they thought they were going to do. So again, just as usual for any football game there is, you got to cover long enough to let your guys get in on the quarterback and make him mess up. Now they've been having the Lions have been having problems on their front line. Their offensive line, they've had injuries, but that just equals the playing field with our guys. We've got probably more injuries than they have, and so it just brings their level of play to our level of play. If you could take advantage of that, we could do good. I don't know. It's just going to be a tough game. Maybe our guys could wear white flags or something on their shirts or something, saying, "Hey, go easy." And the thing too is like I felt like the Seahawks last week let off the gas. I don't think Dan Campbell and the Lions are going to let off the gas. They took a beating last week, and we beat them last year. And also with last year too, they had 5 turnovers in that game. They beat themselves, in fairness, So if we're counting on them to overturn the ball 5 times this time around, it's just not going to happen. So it's just mostly just try and keep it together, stay ahead of the chains, try and get out early, all the same usual stuff, and try and make it happen. Keep the penalties down, get your tackling in line, all these things. You know how I am about the tackling thing. Lord have mercy. So, that's about all I got to say about, the defense. It's good luck, guys.
Yeah. Go play your best, guys. Yeah, I think, it's.
But I don't want to go out there, coach.
I'm not ready. Yeah, they and it's where you can really get those guys too is they do have problems on the line and they've had problems on the interior, problems with their center. But crap, said the same thing about Seattle. Their strength is on the outside, and they've had issues. Their interior guy's not that great. and we have good interior guys, we could not push the middle of that pile. We could not push the pocket into their quarterback, and Darnold just sliced and diced us.
Yep.
You know, just with against some of their I wouldn't say weak, but a weakness in their whole line. Same thing happened against the Cowboys. You know, they were beat up and their interior was a mess. And I thought, oh, this is it, man. You know, we got Kinlaw, we got Daron Payne, we got Johnny Newton. Nothing. They stoned them. Our guys couldn't get around off the edge, and it didn't work. So I don't want to be negative, but I'm saying we've gone up against situations where we had a chance against, because on the ends we're in trouble. We're on fourth and fifth and sixth string guys as edge defenders. Let's be honest. They're doing the best they can. We're getting some good work, but there's no one scared of our edge defenders. So it just rightly so. I mean, can we not explode that pocket? Can we not blow up under the center? But against other teams with some weaknesses in that regard, we did not come through. We could not push the pocket. Dak had a great game through a ton of yards. And so anyway, I'm just praying that they can, that because that's the one spot, and they hit Minnesota hit Goff about 11 times. He got hit 11 times in that game. I mean, he still had a good game. Don't get me wrong, but they put a lot of pressure on him. So anyway, well, I'll be there in the chat on Sunday when you show up. So we'll just pray and hope for the best, and basically let's hope we can get a shocking victory, shock the world.
Yeah, really, because they're 5-3 and we're 3-6, and I think they're number 7 or 8 in the pecking order for the wild card. If we can knock them off the perch and we move up one, it'd be a slow climb. So, and then do something in Spain on the next week and take a break. And then come back against Denver. Denver's vulnerable, and then whatever games are after that. So,
yeah, it's true. I mean, that's the best situation. Here we're telling it like it is. We're not painting a rosy picture, but a shocking win against the Lions. Go to Spain, beat the Dolphins, 2 wins in a row. Then we get the whole bye week.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden Terry comes back, Jaden comes back, and and then you could start to believe. Then you can start to have hope and start to believe in something. You still numerically we wouldn't even be in the top 8 for the playoffs. But heck, you could start to believe. So anyway, let's be hopeful. Let's hope and pray for that, right?
Always. Yep.
Okay, man. Good job.
Thanks, everybody.